Hello listeners, my name is PP Smalls, and I am happy to present the first episode of the perfect Boycast. My horrible whore wife Sharon left me almost 3 years ago now. I have been living alone in my own filth since that fateful day.
Haven't even started recording, you fuck.
I've already started. I just started recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bitch Cast, starring me and this bitch. Hey, bitch, say hello.
What does that make you? Wait, no, backtrack.
I'm the brains of the operation. I've got like a lot of fluid in my brain.
Oh, you bitch. Okay.
Okay. So, my name is Daniel.
My name is Matt.
And together, this is the Game Grumps official podcast. Welcome.
This is the
Hitler
Toby
Youth
Turner
Revival cast.
The Toby Turner Sympathizer cast.
The Tobuscus Simplicast. This is the Simpsons Eroticast. This is
my brother in the background. My brother, Dan, and me.
One of these days, I'm gonna have no choice but to suck your brother's dick.
None of that. None. No. That's a no. Just don't.
Okay, well, welcome, audiences and audiencettes, to the first episode of the currently nameless podcast, starring me, the lumpy man, and Matt, the deformed man. That's how we'll be known.
Okay.
Now, I think it's only fair. It's only fair to the viewers. It's only fair to the people out there if we start out by saying a little about ourselves, saying what we do, saying how we came here, how we, everyone gets off at a different stop. So Matt, tell me about yourself. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you do. I'm just fucking infatuated by the thought of you.
You make me wanna vomit. I'm
gonna beat the shit out of you if you don't fucking give a sweet interview right now.
You are the lumpy boy. It shows. You stop this right now.
Pay for this.
Don't you break it.
Two of us. We can do it if we try. Oh shit! I keep saying we can do it if we try. Anyways, go on. Who are you? What do you do? You little worm.
Okay, well. Oh, I can't get back to the bit. Well, my name's Matt, as I said before, under the moniker of Skylandos.
Okay, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I'm just fucking sick of you.
This is not how interviews go. You just don't interrupt me like this. You better. You happy now? You feeling?
Sorry, go on.
I've been streaming for about.
Wait. Sorry, go on.
Okay, I've been streaming for about 14 months now. Most of the time I'm playing League. Play a lot of it. It's a lot of fun to me. I enjoy talking with people about the game. I like streaming about the game. And I just like being online. This little miscreant is a byproduct of my activity online.
You also don't forget the fact that you're the one who assassinated JFK.
You know it's that gorilla. You and I both know it's that gorilla.
It was the gorilla. We know it was
gorilla
the gorilla.
Kill president. For those who don't know, for a future date, we'll go into that sweet video.
Yeah, that's not on the docket this time.
Of course not. It shouldn't be. I don't think it ever should be.
Anyhow. Yeah. So he's a stupid little streamer, like got a micro penis, all that. But on the other end of the spectrum, he's also a YouTube content creator, but mostly from your streams, correct? Oh god,
that is correct.
Just put a chunk of ice in my mouth. Oh my god.
You drink water with ice?
Yeah, of course I drink water with ice.
I don't drink water with ice. I don't like ice with my water.
What a freak.
I don't want it to be too cold.
What a freak.
Okay.
So,
but yes, I do make videos online in reference to my streams. It's been a bit since I've done it, but I should keep doing it because it's fun and it's a good hobby. It's a good hobby as a ever increasingly poor college student.
That's just how it be.
It's true. It's true.
Okay, now as for me, let's get to fucking a big boy hour over here. We're done with the kiddie pool.
Of course,
my,
the
my
hawk is
name,
present.
my name once again is Daniel. That's the sound of me flexing. Sorry, just big muscles. And yeah, so I'm also a streamer under the name NothingFactual. I've probably been streaming for something like 20 years at this point. I've got a huge cult following, and I'm pretty much at the top of the world at the moment. But you know, sometimes we gotta come down from our heavenly loft and join forces with some of the smaller people, the peasants, as I'd say. And so that's why
you need to reflect upon your benevolence.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
True.
That's why I'm
it's
here
true.
with you right now. Aside from that, I have a YouTube channel that I very rarely upload to of the same name, and that's pretty much all that's going on with me as a person. I mean, I'm a college student too, so that's always ever present. But I guess we'll get more into that when we get to our weeks. Okay, so now you know who we are, but you don't know what we are. So, Matt, if you could explain what you are, please. Explain it loud and
What
proud.
I am?
Yeah. We
What
all
do you
know you're
want
the
me-
biggest fucker on campus, but who the fuck is wearing these shoes?
You miscreant. You absolute swine. Without, I guess, disclosing any personal information.
Well, just say all your personal information.
Okay. So my
I'll
credit card
edit
is.
it out in post.
Jot this down.
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Got that?
That's it?
No. 1. 6. 4. 3.
Mm.
Okay. 2. 4. 9. 5.
Is this too many numbers already?
I have no clue. What's a credit card number?
I don't
How many?
fucking know. I'm not. Let me double check and read it out loud. Nah, okay. This bit has run its course. It's time. It's time. You know what it's time for, Matt?
Time to party?
Time to go over our fucking weeks.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. That's fair.
This time I'm gonna go first because
Oh.
I've got very little to cover because I didn't do a
Alright.
whole lot this week. But
That's fine. That's
but
fine.
I did enough. See, okay.
What does that mean? What is enough?
I'm getting angry. During my week, several pretty substantial things took place. Aside from just plowing through tons of school stuff, I also learned how to do some new speedrunning tricks in Wind Waker HD, and I also played Fish Game, otherwise known as Endless Ocean, to catch up to where I was. And as we all know, there's nothing more disgusting than a fucking fish. So it was pretty productive getting past a point where now I'm on land in that game, so I don't have to look at fish for the next little bit. So that's extremely exciting. Aside from that, I actually have been streaming a lot more Smash Bros right now, just because I'm trying to get back into that life. But honestly, I've been streaming super inconsistently lately, so that's but you know, whatever. That's kind of everything I did with my week. I wish I had more. The closest thing to more I had was I went out to the local McD's at the beginning of the week, right? And I went and I got myself a fucking big fat hamburger, and I bit into it and grease splattered all over my face, and I've got very sensitive skin, so it took like a day and a half before my whole face looked like one giant pumple. It was nasty. Luckily, all it took was a few sharp jabs to my fucking head to make it explode. I think I lost some brain matter.
You've got plenty to spare.
That's just not true.
What do you mean?
I
Gone over this.
got no brain matter to spare. It's all necessary. Every time I lose some brain matter, my memories start to fail.
You having trouble remembering something now, or?
I'm having trouble remembering whether I need to ask you for consent.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Just for clarity's sake, audience, this is being recorded on Thursday the 21st, so it is...
You probably shouldn't give the actual day it's being recorded, you fool. Reason
What
being,
are you?
what if it doesn't sound current anymore? Now you've dated this meninist politicast.
Oh goodness. Just because the day may not be correct doesn't mean that the I was gonna say some I'm gonna retract my impromptu title name. No, we're not gonna
He's
gonna
he's a coward. He's a coward.
I don't wanna Anyway, moving on.
Let's hear about your week, beef boy.
My week. It wasn't particularly difficult.
Whatever, dude.
In reference to classwork, it wasn't too bad. Most of my classes this week actually had tests. And on Wednesday, the day was canceled because it snowed maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches, something stupid like that.
Jesus
I don't know
Christ,
why.
that's...
I don't know why it was canceled. I don't care. I got to stay home and relax. But in reference to the online world, of course, I'm playing a lot of League of Legends. Enjoying the game very much right now.
See,
just
sorry, go on about that. I'll interject right after because I have something.
Okay. Yeah, of course. I've been enjoying the game a lot. I think its current state's quite fun, but I think that the ranked environment isn't very healthy, and I guess that's par for every season. But I feel like this season's been a bit more so than usual.
Absolutely, for sure.
Any other games I've been playing?
I don't think it matters. I don't think anyone cares.
Okay, well, I was gonna say I'm trying to finish up Metro 2033. I'm just about finished with that. I plan on playing Last Light and then buying Exodus at one point. But I believe that may come into conversation later on.
Okay, so here's my dang piece. So It's always interesting to me as a little smelly Canadian boy raised on maple syrup and man milk.
Of course.
Otherwise known as Mank.
Mank.
It's always interesting to me hearing about places that don't get near as much snow, but still get like things like school canceled. So here, school's canceled if we suddenly get like a foot and a half of snow or more. It's canceled for a day for people to get their shit together, and then we have school again. And then you were saying for about 1.5 inches of snow over there, that's canceled. But even for somewhere like Alberta, it's essentially, or even Ontario, you can barely peek out the door? Yeah, that'll do.
Well, I feel like in this case, it was more of the school system kind of goofing up, expecting more snow than there was. You know, weather can only be so predictable. Usually it gets canceled at around, I want to say 4 or 5 inches, or if the weather's really cold and the conditions are extremely icy, then they'll cancel school off those.
No worries, dude. That's pretty cool.
I'm just trying to explain it.
I'm just
you had
trying
a question.
to explain it. Okay. Guess
All
what?
right,
No one
yep.
cares. No.
Good. Thank you.
But in like Alberta, Ontario, it's like, is there a space where you can crawl out from under the mound of snow and fucking wedge yourself into the bus stop? Then yeah, okay, you're fine to go to school. Like, I remember tales from Alberta from a family that I knew, and they're like, yeah, no, sometimes it's a 4-hour transit to and from school because you've got to dig out your front entrance because the snow goes all the way up to the top. Then you've got to give your kids a piggyback so they can clamber on top of the loose snow, and then they've got to fucking tread water through the snow to get to the bus stop as the bus has a fucking Jimmy rigged attached plow on the front.
Holy moly. That sounds really
as your
cool.
kid is in a fucking snow version of a space suit so they don't freeze to death in minus 40 temperatures.
Yeah, we don't get those. It's not nearly as cold. We're just very
Yeah, no, I'm at sea level, so I don't get it that bad either, but it's like I mean, it's one of those it's a perspective thing. Like, it's for me, when I see like a foot and a half, 2 feet of snow, I'm like, my life is ruined. I'm just gonna go into the back room and fucking suck myself to death. But when they see that, that's just like, oh, okay, back to the grind, I suppose.
Just a regular Tuesday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I like snow personally.
shut the
but
fuck
I think
up.
I was just gonna say I like it because I just don't get a lot
Yeah,
of it.
snow. As soon as you start to get enough snow that it's an actual like long-term nuisance, you start to hate this shit. I seen enough snowmen. I seen enough fucking Rudolph button-nosed motherfuckers. What you gotta understand is that when snow starts to become so annoying that even the kids in school, when they go outside, they don't even make snowman or anything like that. They're just like, fuck this stuff. That's when you know it's
That's
gotten
too much
bad.
snow.
That's when it's too much snow.
It's fair. That's fair.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back. We're gonna put a break on this, and then we're gonna get into the docket right after this. I just have to quickly go check on something.
Yep, of course.
Wow. Yeah, of course. Who fucking cares? Get out of my head.
Okay. All
Get
right.
out
All right.
Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head.
I am
Get out of my
going- Take a breath.
Okay, we're back.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're great.
I'm great. Let's get back into it. So, I just had a quick question.
All right.
If you had to choose between
I hate this.
If you had to choose between bombing the entirety of Israel or you lose a button on your favorite coat, which would you pick?
Why does this become a bit? It's
What
the I picked the button. I picked the button. I lose the button.
Okay. New revision.
Okay. A clause has been added.
So you bomb Israel and nobody survives, or you lose a button on your favorite coat.
The button.
I see. See, I'm trying to appeal to you. That sounds exactly like up your alley, but you keep picking the other option. I'm just trying to get a feel for what you would do.
Try a third time. One more time. Swing the deal more. I may be swayed.
Okay. Would you rather sink Israel like the lost city of Atlantis, or your favorite coat gains an extra button?
Wow, I was okay with losing buttons.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Now you're making me sweat. But
Ugh, speaking of sweating, I'm covering it.
all right then.
Wanna lick it off my abs?
That is decided my situation. I'm going to add a button. As much as I hate buttons,
You motherfucker.
it's
'Kay.
your fault.
So, first thing on this goddamn list, this list of shit I've got here. You wanted to know about Anthem.
I wanted to know about Anthem. That's true.
So I made sure to put it on here. I'm not sure. How much do you know about the Anthem debacle right now?
I know that the beta was no good. A lot of people spent several hours trying to get into the game. I know that a lot of people were upset about, the game doesn't look as good as the E3 presentation.
Yeah, they said
E3 presentation.
They said at E3 when they showed that obviously CG trailer, they said no, this is all in-engine running. And it's like, yeah, no EA.
Think it has upon looking at a video too, it has a very Destiny 2 level of lifelessness in their hub areas. I feel
Yeah. Would you describe it as soulless?
It looks kind of soulless. They look empty.
So
I've heard some other things, but go on.
So let's start with this was the caveat in the very beginning was so BioWare in quotes is making this game. It's not really BioWare. It's said it's BioWare making this game, but it's really a shell of what their company used to be. They're 2 orders of operations away from the old BioWare. They've probably replaced teams twice at this point. And so a lot of people, when they first heard BioWare is making it, were very excited for Anthem, naturally, because BioWare has a pretty good reputation as a company. But, like I said, it is not actually being made by BioWare. And also, BioWare is now a subsidiary of EA.
Right.
And EA does not appreciate when products do not do well.
Of course.
BioWare is on their last legs, and what was said was that BioWare was going to get canned if Anthem didn't do well. And then EA responded to those claims by saying, no, BioWare's not going to get canned if they don't do well, which means that BioWare is absolutely going to get canned if it doesn't do well, because there's no reason for them to even recognize those claims unless they're accurate. There would be no reason to even go out there and say no, BioWare is going to be fine. So Anthem launched. It launched with a beta. It launched with a demo. And a lot of problems were there. A lot of problems. Mainly, technically, engine-wise. The game isn't running well, even on, monster PCs. Lots of weird issues with frame drops, things like that. Sometimes you'll finish a quest and you'll get disconnected and lose all your loot. You'll get disconnected mid-boss fight or right before a boss fight, and then you'll lose everything. Yeah, so good stuff. Long story short, the game has a 67 on Metacritic.
Okay.
Which is not a wild success.
A passing grade?
Especially for a game that is coming in and is supposed to be competing with Destiny 2 and Warframe. And yeah, Warframe more so than that. But guess what? Warframe's really good, and it's free.
That's true. That's true. I know a lot of people are having I feel like. So I think this is sourced more from EA than anything else, but a lot of people are upset. Semi-rightfully so. I don't know. I don't really have as much of an opinion on it because I don't care for cosmetics, but people are like, oh, the beta comes in and they're already asking for premium currency based purchases for it, and a lot of people I think attribute that, at least in the user review area, to a bad. Watching little stuff about the game, you're right, it's a Destiny 2, it's a Warframe, but I think the issue with trying to compete with those two and not literally swinging it out of the ballpark is, you're right, Warframe is free, established, and constantly changing.
Yeah.
I mean, Destiny 2 is as well. And Destiny 2 at least has the Bungie cult gripped following, and obviously the amount of time and effort people have put into it from the previous installment, and
Destiny
everything
2,
that's changed.
Destiny 2 a while ago just got an update that fixed a lot of the shit that people weren't enjoying about it, because they really went back on a lot of things since Destiny 1. But they put some fixes in, and now Destiny 2 is enjoyable again, apparently. I haven't played Destiny 2, but that's what I've heard. So if you're releasing your Destiny 2 / Warframe competitor, and out the gate, it's not a gangbuster like those two games, there's only room for 2 top games. You're immediately, no one who is playing, and this is obviously aimed at people who are playing Destiny or Warframe, those people who have those interests, they already have a game. They already have Destiny or Warframe. They're not going to switch over to Anthem if Anthem is just mediocre compared to those two. There's no reason.
No, there really isn't. And I don't know, man. I see a lot of people saying that the voice acting's fine, but the character writing's quite poor.
Which is funny because it's BioWare. That's supposed to be where they're strong. It just goes to show how much of a skeleton team.
People said they were disappointed with it.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, everyone's just kind of snarky and Marvel-esque. And I think that's taken the wrong angle. If every character is a Marvel character,
which is
barely
a game, character.
Which is barely a character, it's more of a trope at that point, kind of witty one-line based character stuff. I think, and we made this joke about yesterday with God, what is his name? Peter Dinklage in Pixel,
Yeah.
right? They're in the corporate meeting and they're just like figuring out. All right,
Who's
what-
that little
what-
man? Who's
Who's that
the
little man? Get him in
who's-
the movie. They
get
like
him in
that
the
little
movie?
man. They like him.
talking about the
They
one from
like
Austin Powers? No, the other
No,
one.
no,
The
no,
other
no,
one.
no, no, the other one, the one with the serious show. But we're gonna make him do funny stuff.
He's gonna do
Like
little
it's just like a
cartwheels.
corporate meeting where they're like, all right, what do people like? Oh, Marvel. People like Marvel. People like witty one-liners and semi-comedic like notes
See,
in
this
times
is
of like
the
serious
thing.
action.
This is the thing with
That's what we
EA.
should make our characters do.
Modern EA is quite literally, they feel like old Sega to me. I don't know if you get that, but old Sega was literally running surveys to see what the population liked and then designing things around that. Like Sonic the Hedgehog only existed because it was literally exactly what kids liked and wanted. His design was pretty much a result of multiple polls and censuses of what do you kids like, and then Sonic was born. EA always comes across as they try to give you as much of this is literally based on statistics what you want, and then they try to push their little EA monetization systems into it, their little games as a service thing in there. But it doesn't work if your product is mediocre, and the product was mediocre. It's obviously rushed, and it doesn't. It plays just not as good. It's not awful the way it plays, but it's not as good.
Right. And it amazes me as a company that is very clearly looking for profit. You know, FIFA, all this stuff, all their monetization methods are obviously quite lucrative. But it amazes me that after all the backlash of 2018, I believe Battlefront 2 was 2018, that huge, most disliked Reddit post ever.
Yeah.
You know, all of that.
But they'll never learn. They will never learn.
And I don't understand why. And by no means am I a stockbroker or anything, but I was looking at over the year just the volatility, like, and okay, the market's volatile, but like, oh my goodness, EA was peaks and troughs like mountains and flatlands.
Do you know why it is?
Throughout the year? Because of the backlash, because of the legalized legislation. I know Hawaii was always in contention with it.
But
as far as the states are concerned.
Do you know why they keep doing it? The reason they keep doing it is because of FIFA.
No, yeah.
Because FIFA makes $1 billion off the most bullshit monetization system imaginable.
It's
the most
pretty wild.
Greedy, fucking nasty, hideous monetization system. But FIFA makes absolute gangbusters. So they're literally throwing rocks into that FIFA pond and hoping one of those rocks floats like FIFA. They really don't care, because obviously, so my notes here say, what does this mean for BioWare? Well, this probably means BioWare's done for. It probably means BioWare is dead.
Yep.
Dead in the water, because this wasn't gangbusters. Even if it sells well at this point, the 67 on Metacritic is pretty much enough to damn BioWare. So buy BioWare, 6 feet under.
And I don't even think there's any prolific developers, artists,
remaining
editors
there?
or anything that or at least vocalized enough to be like, okay, I'm going to like, I don't know, let's say like I'm going to Devolver, I'm going to Project Red, because that would probably put some good waves and good publicity for those companies. But I feel like BioWare, or rather what's left of it, you're right. There's nothing.
Everyone already left years ago.
There's no adamant substance.
It's just
nothing.
like, you remember Rare?
Yes.
Rare, how Microsoft was still puppeting around the corpse of Rare, even though Rare had long since been dead.
Yep.
So that's kind of what's happening with BioWare. Actually, honestly, that happens with almost every subsidiary EA brings under them. Is they puppet it around as a big name on strings, and then as soon as something happens that isn't worth it, that's a studio closed. So BioWare, unfortunately, that's a page turned.
Yep.
So bye BioWare. And as a sort of segue, hello Tetris 99. Have you heard of this? Have you been known on this?
I've been watching people play it. I'm in contact with somebody who plays it quite frequently. I'm honestly shocked, not in a negative light, of course. I'm just very surprised at the amount of success that it's bringing in. I'm amazed.
I am not, because for me, Tetris 99 is the perfect example of the range that the battle royale genre has. See, I don't really like battle royale games. Fortnite never stuck with me. PUBG didn't work for me. But I love Tetris, and seeing this current trend of battle royale applied to a game like Tetris shows you that, okay, you know what? There's non-stale life here. There can still be new things breathed into this genre. It doesn't have to be shooters. It doesn't have to be. So there's other things you can do. That's mainly the reason I wanted to bring up Tetris 99 here, is because it's such a genius concept of, okay, what's popular right now? A battle royale type games. Well, guess what? That just so happens to work beautifully with Tetris. And when you're at that moment where you are doing so much better than everyone, and you see all the little laser light beams focus on you as everyone is targeting you, that shit is exhilarating. I love it. So Tetris 99 gets 2 big, wet, slimy thumbs up.
Oh my goodness. It actually, I forget who I was watching previously on this, so credit to them when it comes about. They explained that battle royales are extremely popular, not only because shooters were popular, and this will segue into like why Tetris is it's so cool that this was attributed to a game like Tetris.
Yeah, sure, whatever, dude.
Not only is this kind of game showing that you're better than some people, like take League of Legends, take a regular shooter game, you're better than like the other team, you're better than a set amount of players, you're better than, if you win, 99 other people playing Tetris, which I'm not good at Tetris. I feel like Tetris is a difficult game.
Yeah, no, it is.
When I'm observing somebody who is getting 20 knockouts on Tetris, setting them up all this, it is astonishing. It is so. It was mind-boggling. It's visually striking.
They appear like a robot.
Exactly. I was like, this is inhuman. This is insane. I'm really glad that it's doing so well. Not only because it's bringing to light just that not all battle royales are just pew 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 haha win, just build, ninja dab floss.
Yes, ninja dab.
You can't floss in Tetris 99.
That's true. One of the little Tetraminos will floss for you.
I don't like that. I don't know what a Tetramino is, and I don't like that.
It's the shapes that are Tetrises.
Are they all Tetraminos?
Yeah, they're all Tetraminos.
Okay, I know what a Tetris is. That's about it, though.
Whatever, dude.
But I'm surprised because of this, I saw the most recent Tetris world record as well. It battle royales, and you're right, have a lot of pull, a lot of force, and the fact that they've shown that it can be through Tetris interests me as to where it will go from here.
You little bitch.
Okay.
You little bitch.
Okay.
You'll always be my love, you bitch.
Okay.
Anyways, so that's just, I wanted to get that off my. Oh, one more thing. Lindsay's mom, name of someone I was fighting in Tetris 99, kicked my ass. Fuck you.
Okay,
your daughter can get hit by a bus. I hate you. You beat me.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Lindsay's mom.
Okay. So next on the docket here, have you heard about this? So Resident Evil 2 released.
Yes.
Did you know that PUBG got a Resident Evil 2 update? PUBG of all games.
What?
PUBG got a.
Okay, wait, no. Actually, that doesn't surprise me much. But go on. I
am shocked. Why PUBG, the game made default Unity assets that no one is playing anymore?
Okay. So I think I'll weigh in. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe that the reason why PUBG was the game selected for Resident Evil. Obviously, Resident Evil has a very popular, showing in Japan and other Asian countries. It's called Biohazard over there. They love it. They love all the zany American antics that the game has provided. And PUBG is actually extremely popular in China. And extremely popular in Korea. I know this because through like a computer, like a class that I had to take in college, in regards to just learning Excel and Office stuff. It was a very silly class. The Chinese exchange student I had, every day would open up
PUBG.
a Chinese PUBG stream, having 20-something thousand viewers.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt you right here. See, there's a one thing I neglected to mention to you.
Okay,
Is that
I don't like this then.
it's the Resident Evil 2 update is only on the mobile version of PUBG.
That doesn't make sense.
It is only on the mobile version.
Who does that? Wait, why? I think my statement still stands, but why?
Yeah, no, I have no idea. It's Resident Evil 2 and PUBG Mobile. My note is, but why?
That's
Like,
true. Why?
what-
Do you know what
it
the
is-
update entails?
There's yes. Let me pull it up here. I have it. On my other window.
Only on PUBG Mobile. Oh, what the? Wait.
Resident Evil 2 PUBG. Here we go. So. Yeah,
I'm
here
also
we go.
looking
Resident
this
Evil 2 event. Here we are. With the remake of the 1990s survival horror Resident Evil 2 so well received on console and computer, the Android and iOS versions of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds are welcoming an official crossover called Survive Till Dawn. Alongside the usual caches of equipment and weaponry, zombies and bosses from Resident Evil 2 will populate the island. Going live. But why is it only on the mobile version? You know why it's only on the mobile version? I just figured it out.
For the little children, baby boys to purchase their sweet.
No one's playing Fortnite on mobile, but people are probably still playing PUBG on mobile. No one's playing PUBG on PC anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm almost certain that's it. Oh man. Well, wah.
That's strange.
It's so strange.
That's so strange.
It's almost as strange as Pokemon Go adding in Clam Pearl after all this time for some reason just now and making a big deal about it. I don't know why they did this, but that little fucking clit looking shell.
Wait, Clam Pearl, like the.
the
Wait,
little-
why is
yeah,
this?
little clam.
That wasn't in the game, and now it's in the game.
Yeah, no, every other Gen 3 Pokemon was in
what
the game.
Wait a minute. Wait. This I don't know. Is this on the docket? This is.
This Clam Pearl thing? Yeah, I put it on there. Let me.
Why is this Pokemon the cat's pajamas?
I don't know why this one was considered
Limited
special.
research event?
Yeah, let me.
What?
Clam Pearl Pokemon
During the
Go.
limited research event, players will be able to receive special field research tasks by spinning the photo disc at Pokestops. Other water Pokemon, such as Krabby and Whalmer, will also appear more frequently throughout the event. Players will be rewarded with twice the normal amount of blah 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 blah. But why Clam Pearl?
Yeah, why?
This is one of those Pokemon where I think maybe one person has Clam Pearl as their favorite Pokemon.
That's a favorite Pokemon. Like in any given country, you can narrow down one single person who's like, yeah, I like Clam Pearl.
Like it's just so visually uninteresting. I'm looking at
It's clam.
I believe
It's
this
a
is-
little clam.
I believe this is Pokemon X and Y. It's just a bunch of it's a screenshot of a bunch of fucking Clam Pearl
I'm
just
looking at
sitting
the
in
exact same one you are.
an aquarium. That this isn't like
What,
I
you're not-
love what people think is like news nowadays.
Yeah, well, this is. I mean, apparently, Niantic thinks this is news too,
Man, this
because
is
they're
cool.
making a big deal about it. Okay, cool. Clam Pearl's in. There you go.
That's great. Wait, okay. One thing before we move on,
Yeah.
if we are.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the Resident Evil thing.
Sure.
A lot of people, I feel not in reference, like a lot of people I think feel annoyed or they think it's like cash grabby. Well, this kind of is.
Remember when when Andrew Noid thought that the Domino's Pizza Noid mascot was making fun of him, so he went to Domino's Pizza and killed all
I
those
remember
people.
this fucking story.
Yeah,
God,
murdered.
it still baffles me. Anyway.
I think you're kind of like him. I think you're like the Andrew Noid.
Thank you. I'm like Andrew Noid. I prefer, if for companies to do this kind of thing, if for monetary gain, right? Oh, look, Resident Evil is in PUBG, rather than like just a fully committed, fully fledged red skin for gun, $5.
Yeah.
blue skin for a knife, $5. I would prefer these kind of things. I think Bethesda's in their rut. I thought Fallout Shelter was pretty harmless.
That was that was a pretty harmless app.
I thought it was pretty harmless.
You really didn't even need to use microtransactions either, which was
if you
very
wanna make
rare
money,
for almost any studio.
Ethically, I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this. Like, but like, sometimes gotta make that money. EA is, they're obviously a company working at a loss.
More like a company.
They must be operating at loss.
EA operating at a loss?
I
know you're kidding. It just hit me like a sack. I didn't notice it first. It hit me like a fucking sack of nuts. I got absolutely blindsided. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Okay, so next on my list here is Apex Legends kills Fortnite with a gun. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but I do think that this just goes to show the lack of longevity that all these flavor of the month to flavor of the year games actually have.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though for kids Fortnite's probably still going to be popular, the cool factor of playing Fortnite immediately shifted to Apex as soon as it came out.
Yep. And
this is what I've been saying. I'm going to say this right now. This is what I've been saying is going to happen for fucking years. Not years. Well, since Fortnite released. Maybe that is years now. Regardless, I've been saying that nope, Fortnite's going to get replaced. Splank's going to get replaced. And guess what? The previous thing never gets fully replaced. When I say no one plays PUBG, I mean no one in terms like compared to the people who play Fortnite. And it's going to be the same thing. There's going to be 1 billion people playing Apex right now. And then there's still going to be millions playing Apex. It's just not going to be this even anywhere near the same. Because Apex has now stolen the cool rug from out under its stank-ass feet.
Yeah, I agree, but I think the reason why Apex ended up being so popular, besides the fact that it's new and it's a fresh coat of paint for this kind of genre, and obviously it looks a bit more mature than Fortnite, because Fortnite's a kid's game, all my cousins play it on their iPads and whatnot, whatever. I think it's because of the way that they kind of advertise it. They're like, building, shooting from the people who made Titanfall. Here comes Apex.
It's like shooty Legos.
Yeah, it's like shooty, bang bang. It sources back more towards those more influential older, streamers or gamers who are like, oh wow, look, I like Titanfall. I like shooting a gun, not building, yada yada, etc. And then the fans of those streamers, for Shroud or whatnot, they're like, oh yeah, like I like those games too because you like those games, and I think it pushes over. I think the easiest way for a company, or at least for this kind of flavor of the month style of game development, is to just see what those big boys are saying. What are those big boys saying? Are they saying they don't like the game? Change the game fast.
Yeah.
Do it quick because
put Thanos in. Hurry, Thanos! Put Thanos in.
Thanos club. Quick, please. I like.
We don't have time. Thanos car.
Thanos truck. Thanos bus.
Make anyone purple. Make them all purple. Hurry.
Captain Marvel, please. In the next. Dude, that'd actually be bonkers if somebody was like, we're gonna put Marvel in our game again. I think that would actually be pretty poorly received, but I'm not gonna expand on that. But yeah, I think that streamer influence, media influence from those individuals is very important for these kind of flavor of the month games. And I agree that this will be a trend for a decent amount of time, because the game, the principle of the game is very easy to replicate, and just adding one little twist is no problem.
Whether that twist in Fortnite's case is building, or in Apex case it's like Titanfall abilities.
Yep.
I completely agree with you. I think that's what's going to differentiate these different titles, but it's also going to be what lets other titles take their place. But you know what I think?
What do you think?
Think you can suck my nuts?
Alright, guys, that's it for the podcast.
That's it
Now
for
I'm
the
going to go
podcast.
and just belly flop off the Empire State Building.
Well, you can't go quite yet because Yoshi's
done
Crafted World received a demo. Did you play this?
No, I didn't. I was meaning to actually download it.
It is a
Did you play
free
it?
demo. Yes, I did, of the first level. Now, here's my concerns for the Yoshi game. This is just generally. So Yoshi's Island, the original, an easy game. Pretty easy, but had some challenge to it. As the Yoshi games went, they became less and less challenging. To the point where they started being literal Babby games. It wasn't until Yoshi's Woolly World where they gave you an option for Babby mode and then an option for normal. And it had a little bit of challenge to it. I am worried, based on what I've played of this first level, obviously it's the first level, that this is going to be a Babby mode one, because I picked, you get the option for like baby mode and standard, and I picked standard, and going through that gorgeous, oh my god, the game looks so good, like visually, it's absolutely adorable. Everything's made out of like cardboard and felt and stuff, and all the textures are amazing. But going through that, I was like, I haven't felt even remote. I just feel like I'm going on a leisurely stroll here, which is, there's like a zen aspect to that, but I want Yoshi to die. I want something to threaten him. Why isn't there a fucking cardboard Lee Harvey Oswald up in a cardboard tower shooting fucking high-powered rounds at Yoshi? I want Yoshi to slip on a gummy bear landmine. Like, I want...
I think that's interesting that you point that. I think maybe this resurgence in Yoshi based representation is maybe like a modern day maybe the next generation of Kirby antics. Kirby Star Allies came out last year sometime. That is a baby game. I mean, Kirby's are always a rather simple game, but every playthrough I saw, the people were at 99 max lives, no issues, breezing it through, even without their little, very cute, very adorable allies. Just playing the game, just going through the motions. I think maybe that may be what the case is. Like I said, I haven't played it yet. You do explain that Yoshi's the world's looking very adorable, and I agreed. But it could be that it's just another game to introduce young audiences. Obviously, Yoshi's is intended for a younger audience on the average, but maybe to just bring them in to the kind of Nintendo world where the media is filled with all sorts of other wacky pew-pew games.
Here's my piece. All I'm trying to say is I think we should hunt and kill Yoshi and spit roast him on fire.
Next Battle Royale.
Next Battle Royale is you're fighting, instead of winner, chicken dish and dinner, you get a fucking spit roasted Yoshi, and you get to carve it yourself in VR.
Oh god.
What part of Yoshi do you think is the most delicious? And if you say his nuts, I'm gonna fucking kill you. His nuts. I said it before you.
Okay, I was gonna say
his dick and balls. What part do you think is the most delicious? His dick and balls. That's what you think.
That's not what I think. What do you think?
His dick and...
okay.
I think no. Okay. I think it probably his thighs or something.
I was gonna say the cheekbone area.
I would probably smack you if you got near my Yoshi dinner.
Oh, I understand that, and I probably wouldn't go and proceed to eat your Yoshi dinner.
Okay, so the next thing I have up here on the docket is actually, it's kind of similar. You were mentioning Yoshi's little cheekbones, and that has to do with faces, and this is actually about, I don't know if you've seen, but Mortal Kombat 11 has some issues with faces, along with that and some a bit controversial gameplay changes. Let me go over this with you. So they showed off Mortal Kombat 11 probably about a month ago. It was revealed at this point, and to great applause, Sub-Zero and Scorpion have sort of hybrid classic and modern designs, but they look great. It wasn't until they showed Sonya Blade that things started to get a little wonky. I'm not sure if you know your Mortal Kombat visual history, but in Mortal Kombat 9, all the ladies had severe man face, where it was pretty obvious that they were all the faces were based off the same base dude face model. So they all had like really, really strong jaws and very angular noses and things like that. That was Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat X or 10, they actually fixed a lot of that. They fixed a whole lot of that. The character faces actually looked pretty good overall. And then we get to Mortal Kombat 11, and I'm going to see if I can find an image for you here, because you're gonna want to see this.
I'm looking through some of the faces, and I mean, it does. I know that
Mortal Kombat,
that they made a big hubbub about Sonya Blade being
voiced by Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey, yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry, Ronda, you are not a very good voice actress.
It wasn't good. I wasn't super.
Yeah, so
it didn't sound good.
Here's a good example image. I'm sending it to you on Discord right now.
Yeah.
So this face does not look good. It does not look good at all.
It's not a great face.
It's not a good face at all. So the reason that that she looks this way is because they tried to do what fucking everyone's doing right now, is where they try to facial capture the model to match the bone structure up. But guess what? It doesn't match up. It doesn't match up well, so she just looks like you afflicted Sonya Blade with the downs.
Oh my lord.
It's true.
It really does not look visually. It looks like a different head.
See, I don't. A lot of people are mad. It's like, oh my god, you took the sexy out of her outfit. Whatever. I don't care about a costume, but I care about the characters' faces looking decent, and this just does not look good. I do not like this at all. But even worse though is, and this is the real kicker, is her daughter's face looks terrible.
Is it worse?
It's not worse, but she looks older than her mom.
Oh, that's not good.
Let me see if I can find Cassie here. Yeah, here we go.
Let me see this. It's this from a cutscene, right? I believe.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, she looks.
She looks like the mom at the supermarket who comes back up to the counter and is like, I double paid for this.
Excuse me.
I'd like to do a return.
My deli number says 22, and yours is 24. Why are you ordering before me? Is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
What
no.
the? Wait, no. This isn't even. This isn't even close. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's not okay. That at first I was like, all right, it looks a little misshapen, maybe though. But this one is just that's not good. That's not good.
Have you seen Cassie from X?
I know what she looks like.
That doesn't look.
That is not the same human.
That is not the same human
being at all. That is an alternate reality where their facial structure was that of a Kirby, but on a human body.
Yeah, it's just they attached.
This face is extremely round.
They attached a perfect sphere.
Was not extremely round, but much like most humans, their face is not incredibly round.
Yeah. So there's a bit of controversy going on there right now, and
I'm looking at it. I can't.
It's pretty bad. I'll link.
Who greenlit this? Who greenlit this?
I don't know.
I wish everybody could see this because it's actually.
I'm actually in the description. I'm going to link these images because it is only fair that everyone gets to experience this because it is ridiculous.
Okay, maybe we're nitpicking. But
it is not nitpicking.
No, we're not. We're not.
These are completely different characters at this point.
I am standing by what I say. This is absurd.
Yeah, it's no good.
Cassie Cage looks like she's 46.
46.
And Ronda Rousey looks like she's Ronda Rousey's age.
Yeah, but just afflicted with the syndrome.
With a very
severe
unhealthy
case of beans.
Yeah, just terminal bean syndrome.
My God, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Anyhow, so that's one thing that's a little controversial.
Yeah, what's the gameplay conflict?
So I don't know if you know much about Mortal Kombat X, but there was a feature called Run or Sprint, which had a stamina bar, meaning that in combat you could use this to close gaps really fast and get in. Mortal Kombat always had kind of a stiff fighting style for a fighting game, so being able to move in quickly assisted with that, letting you get combos that you wouldn't normally be able to achieve. If someone puts themselves in the corner, you can rush up, punish. If someone is going for a move with long startup, you can run in and punish them for it. It really added quite a bit to what Mortal Kombat 9 started, which was a more combo-centric version of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 9 was pretty flawed because Sonya had her flip kick, and her flip kick was quite literally the most broken shit in the whole game. It was absolutely ridiculous. If you want to see it, this is just to anyone watching, go look up Mortal Kombat 9 Sonic Fox and just watch people helplessly try to hit him as he does almost nothing but flip kick. It's hilarious. Anyhow, in this game, after finally somewhat refining Run down to its like core points and values, they decided to remove it.
Oh.
And it's just out now. And so people, when they saw that gameplay choice, were like, oh, okay, so you're slowing the combat back down, I guess. And then they're like, yes, we're trying to make combat more slower and more deliberate, which is a nice way of saying that they want to take away Run to focus more on footsies. See, here's the issue. That sounds like a good thing. It is a good thing, technically. But Mortal Kombat isn't the footsies fighting game. We talked about this with Anthem, how there's room for probably 2 big fighting games, or not fighting games, any game in a genre, 2 really big ones, and then there's the rest. And they're already, if you're looking for a footsies fighting game, there's Street Fighter and Tekken, both of which are massive.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat was never the footsies fighting game, and the fact that it's trying to become one means that it technically has to take the place of one of those 2, and it's never going to do that. Never is it going to do. Even people who hate Street Fighter V will agree that that Mortal Kombat is never going to dethrone it. So that's kind of controversial to people, that instead of refining the systems they had, they decided to back out into something that a lot of people consider safer. They showcased a new character recently. I guess this is also technically news. Jade, she's returning, and her walk speed is like twice the walk speed of other characters. So like, look, if you want to go fast, pick a fast character. But then Jade is a fast character, but she's projectile focused. So you're telling me that you want zoning to be the strongest shit in this game? That's zoning characters are long hated in standard in fucking what's the word? Conventional fighting games.
Yep.
They are long hated because they're at a low to medium level. They're absolutely the hardest to deal with, because unless you know perfect parries, things like that in Street Fighter, you can you know how to weave and move in Tekken, you're gonna get zoned out, and that's absolutely no fun.
No, not at all.
So making her the fastest character, the one with the strongest zoning, at least the fastest character they've shown so far, seems to lead me to believe that these characters are just going to be launching fireballs at each other the whole time. Granted, of course, the game isn't out yet, so things could still be changed, but it's just so strange. It just seems like such a weird backwards choice. They also said we're removing long combo strings, which is another thing that lends to footsies, but it's just so strange because Mortal Kombat 10 finally got to the point where people were getting comfortable doing long extended combos.
I like how they look too. I think they're more visually engaging.
Yeah,
I like watching. Who's the guy? Who's the whip guy? Guy with the whips.
Oh, Takeda.
Yeah, I like him.
Takeda's sick.
Cool.
He's the only character I hope, the only combat kid I hope returns, but it looks like Cassie's returning. So whatever. Yeah, no, it's a weird piece. Ed Boon, if you're listening, I love you. I'll suck you nuts, but please think before you before you leap here. Okay, so we've been talking about hideous faces for a while now and bad animations, which leads me into my next thing on the docket. Jump Force is still hideous.
Oh god, forget it. Oh, this is.
Have you been seeing like all the latest that's been coming out of this game, including all the bugs to faces and shit?
Yeah.
So I was recently linked just someone's TV, a phone video of a character in one of the non-moving cutscenes whose upper jaw floated out of the top of their head and went to space. And
this game is so. Okay, actually, I'm gonna talk about one positive that comes out of this game. One positive I saw mod for a Shaggy to be put into the game. And because it is Unreal, like because the engine that they use Unreal, it is very easy to create essentially any character because all the characters look kind of the same. So in that light, this Shaggy looks straight up better than every character in this roster for this mod. I'm happy for the person who is enjoying the game enough to modify it, but I'm also slightly saddened by the fact that they enjoy the game and they modded it to change it to more their liking. This game it looks just good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't
showed
move
my friend
well.
Lee. I told him about how it looks like those fucking Ocarina of Time, and I'll probably if I can, I'll probably put a clip up on screen right now for the visual version of the podcast on YouTube.
Right.
I'll probably put up right now one of those Ocarina of Time 3D in Unreal 4.
Yeah, with the moving grass.
Mock-ups, with the moving grass.
With actually moving grass.
I always say it looks exactly like this. It pisses him off.
It's true, though. It is
absolutely true. It is absolutely true. This is someone posting a video in 2008 saying Naruto in real life, and then it's this.
Oh, God. Like, and we won't be the first people to say it. We will not be the last person to say it by far. We live in a world where Dragon Ball FighterZ, which also use the Unreal Engine, made a spectacular visual representation.
Oh, yeah, and Arc Systems Works has been doing it for years and years. Like, if you look at Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear.
Blaze Blue is incredible. They look visually stunning.
Hey, guess what? Looks like anime. Looks like
it
anime.
Does.
You know what Jump Force doesn't look like? Doesn't look like anime.
It doesn't look like anime. We've discussed it either on my stream or your stream. The only character we believe that looks remotely sound in this universe is Kenshiro.
Yeah.
Is
Fist of the North Star ass
Kenshiro.
Drawn,
is a human. He is just a human with rather large muscles, but a human nonetheless.
Yep.
So that fit fine, but like, just. Everybody looks so oily or so shiny.
Yeah,
so...
It's and the thing is, it's because like everything is hyper realistic. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna give Naruto a fucking hyper realistic skin texture with pores all over it? No, you're gonna make him a flat color with soft shading on him, so he looks like he's made of fucking rubber. So, like, it really looks bad. Like, I've heard the things I've heard it from people is, oh, but look at it in motion. It looks so great in motion. It's like, no, well, you want to know what it looks like in motion? I can't see what's fucking happening because of all the Unreal 4 stock blur effects.
Yeah, no, this
rings to me. So I'm gonna quickly interject this. This rings to me like someone, whenever I hear people say this looks so good, they have never looked at what the default kit of Unreal 4 looks like, because literally 90% of Unreal 4 games use these effects to some extent. They are almost all default.
It's like, say what you will about, I believe this is called like what, an arena fighter or whatever, roster fighter, whatever. Say what you will about the combat. People have issues with that. Like, that's fine. But like, going back, and we may be jerking Arc Systems here. They are doing a game 2 for an Arena Fighter 2 for another anime called Kill la Kill, and that visually looks like Kill la Kill. It doesn't look like a rubbery version of the characters of the show,
which is so bizarre.
With a significantly lower budget.
Yeah,
evidently.
so
Shonen Jump compared to this, like, it must have a much lower budget. But that looks like something that I would have watched if I watched the show.
Yeah.
Every single moment of Jump Force that I've seen so far, cutscene wise or otherwise, even the attacks, I feel are just kind of like, they kind of look like what the show does.
It's all style, no substance, and I don't even mean style as in like looks good. I mean it is literally so flashy that there's nothing there but flash. Like you hit someone, a massive lens flare and explosion. You do your next attack, massive lightning bolt, lens flare and explosion. Like it is just so distracting to the eye that it's like it makes me do the monkey clap. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, like in Toy Story 3?
I've never seen Toy Story 3.
The movies, I mean, if you've seen the first 2, it's definitely a nice little nostalgia trip.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 3,
ever seen a better movie, The Boss Baby?
I love Boss Baby so much.
You like the scene where they that lovingly rendered baby ass gets slapped around a bunch and they spreads it and the baby farts?
I do remember that.
I'm just getting thirsty thinking about that.
I don't know. That movie wasn't good. I'm kidding, by the way. The movie was bad. It was a bad movie. But yeah, what was I saying? Toy Story 3. It's a good nostalgia trip. It's fun. It's Pixar. You'll enjoy it. But I wouldn't say it's something like you have to see.
And
it's
now it comes down to it. The last thing on my docket list here.
Have we talked about anything good?
Yeah. We talked about we pretty much praised Apex Legends for killing Fortnite by being a better game.
Right. And then I talked about Arc Systems for a good bit.
Yep, we talked about Yoshi's Crafted World, which looks great. I just have some concerns for it. We talked about Tetris 99.
Okay, right. Okay, good.
I avoided talking about Fallout 76 because I'm waiting on that for some more stuff. But don't worry, we'll get to that at some point.
Shudder.
Yep, don't worry. I shudder too. So the last thing on the docket is actually what you mentioned first, which is Reggie Fils-Aimé retiring.
Right.
I have a weird history with Reggie Fils-Aimé. I remember when he was in the company back when Nintendo Power was out, and I would get my issue every month, and I had no idea who this mysterious chocolate man was. I guess very, very light milk chocolate. Like I guess he's Chilean or something. No, I'm Chilean. Maybe he's some kind of milk chocolate man. Anyways, God, he's so fucking sexy.
What the fuck?
Anyways, so as a child, though, I'd always masturbate. No,
God.
As a child, I would always see this man in Nintendo Power. I would see little writings by him. So one thing that a lot of people don't know about Reggie is that a lot of people think he's just a face for the company. Doesn't actually care. No, Reggie actually is super into video games. One of his favorite games is Earthbound. He plays a lot of the classics apparently. So that I always kind of liked about him, that he was actually involved with not with game development, but he liked games himself. He wasn't just purely a businessman. And he's always seemed like a very, very nice person. So I don't have a lot to say on this topic, but I definitely wish Reggie the best. When does it say he was going to retire?
They claimed in the video that it'll occur in April. I don't believe they gave a specific date.
That's fine.
As far as who they are passing it on to, the next president of Nintendo America. Now, I don't know if this is his...
It says right here, it's me. I'm the next president of Nintendo.
Okay, but I don't know if this is his real last name, but Doug Bowser named president.
Yeah.
Now, I do not know this man.
Bowser killed Reggie.
Damn it. Is this... Okay, done before.
Whoa.
He's a current senior vice president of sales and marketing.
Bowser's been working his way up.
Is his name really Doug Bowser?
I can't imagine that's wrong, but that's hilarious.
it. He's just a Lex Luthor-esque man. This is the perfect writing for some kind of offshoot, passing the torch to the villain.
Fucking Koopa King.
Please, somebody make a fan film of Reggie's retirement and him forcing to come back to the field because Doug Bowser's become a tyrannical man.
Yeah,
on Nintendo of America.
Doug Bowser, which is Bowser in a fucking beehive mask. So you can't see his face.
Can't see his face.
Comes in and forces Reggie to take the entire 18 inches of his massive spiky Koopa cock, and then that goes on for about 16 minutes, and then finally the video puts on big red writing. You're allowed to come.
Okay, so as far as accolades for Mr. Bowser, he joined in 2015.
Kidnapped Princess Peach.
Got thrown around by a plumber. Was the vice president of sales initially, and he led sales and marketing efforts for the Switch.
Whoa.
So that's sure.
Whoa.
According to sources, it says MPD Group. I'm not sure what that is. He used to be an executive for none other than Electronic Arts. Everybody shudders at that thought.
Oh, jeez, I actually,
as the
sorry, I didn't
company's
process that for a sec.
vice president of global business planning. So that's interesting.
Okay. It's something.
But that's something. Take it as you will. It says former, so maybe he's the reason why FIFA's making so much bank.
You say FIFA?
I say FIFA. Yeah, you wanna play my team? Ultimate Team? What's it called? What's the Ultimate FIFA? What is it? What is that?
I think it is Ultimate Team.
Is it Ultimate Team?
I think so.
Oh man, it is literally. Oh goodness, it is the feverish mindset of a Japanese gacha, but just with soccer players instead of anime ladies
And dads
or whatnot.
love it.
I'm sure.
I'm
sure.
$1 billion every second.
I don't know. But as far as a face for Nintendo of America, there's a reason why My Body Is Ready was just such a funny, lovable thing.
Yeah, no, he was very memeable.
It's so memeable.
There's so many Reggie memes. There's the "What's wrong with you?"
The picture he has, he's just such a sweet looking doughboy.
Yeah.
Doug Bowser reminds me. Just
send me a picture of Doug Bowser.
Yeah, sure.
I want to see this lad.
He's just not. He's not as lovable.
Yeah.
Looks like Lex Luthor.
Yeah, no, he looks corporate as shit.
It's just he's not a lovable. I mean, this is the two images
He's looking like a white Megamind.
God, that mom looking ass. Look at him. Look at that lovable little doughboy.
He looks like
Right
he
there.
knows something and he's not telling you.
Reggie.
Yeah. Or he just saw you walk out of the bathroom. And this is the look he gives you.
I think that. I mean, I'm not a huge Reggie fan. I never followed Reggie or whatnot. I think this is fine overall. It was just very surprising to me. I guess I don't know how old he is. He looks in good health though. He looks younger than Bowser, but I'm sure people are sad. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
Because his voice is quite relaxing. But as long as Doug Bowser puts Luigi in Doom Eternal, we're good to go.
Thank God, someone. You know that image I send you of the fat Japanese dude putting his arm out to stop that innocent lady from leaving?
Yes, I do.
What if I'll include it right now so people can see what I'm talking about. What if you were walking home from school, you had your little lunchbox that you'd finished eating in, and you were daintily walking home in your little sailor uniform, and Reggie Fils-Aimé, with that look, comes out from behind a building and in seconds slams his palm into the wall and has you cornered. What do? You can feel heat coming off his body.
I hate that. I hate anything you describe with heat.
He's making passionate mouth movements, and he's very quickly with one hand unbuttoning his suit coat. What do?
Wall jump out of there.
You escape. You escape flawlessly. Only one issue. He has your scent.
What? Where where does this vid go? You know, no. Okay, I'll go down this. I'll go down this rabbit hole. All right, he has my scent, right?
He has your scent. He follows you home
Okay.
with ease.
I go home. We're
Yeah.
assuming I go home. Okay. From the home, I make a call. I make a certain phone call from a certain man.
You're on the phone. You hear a window break.
Which floor is the window breaking from?
All of them.
All
the
of
windows
my
break
windows
at once.
All the windows are break. Am I alone in my home?
Yes.
I grab my very dangerous katana blade.
You grab your katana
that
blade.
means Japanese sword, by the way.
Yep. It looks at you with your katana looks at you with a frowny face and says, "It's a living," and you get.
What the? Okay.
And you prepare yourself for combat, and before long you hear what sounds like the pitter patter of something on four legs coming into your house.
And is this to be assumed to be Reggie or a?
You don't know. You don't know. What do you do? It sounds like it's in the other room.
I need to unsheath my second katana blade at this point.
Yep, you unsheath your second katana blade. It doesn't say the same thing. It was going to, but that one stole its thunder, so it doesn't bother.
Stole its thunder, said the joke first.
Yeah, it's just kind of sour about that. So yeah, you've got two katana blades. Reggie wanders in on all fours. He's wearing nothing but a belt, just barely covering his member.
Lord. I initiate with several dodge rolls to the right to gauge his attack pattern.
You dodge to the right, and not unlike Luffy from One Piece, his arms stretch out like rubber and he wraps them around you. Presses you to the ground, he fucks you, you're done. You died.
Holy shit.
You're too
I don't like
slow.
this. Too slow?
You're too slow.
Because I had the second katana blade?
Yep, you were over encumbered.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's
Wait,
it.
what was my carry weight?
No one knows, fucking you wimp. Look at those little noodle arms you got there.
I mean, it's true.
You little bitch. You little bitch. Okay. So, next.
Wait, okay.
You're done. You're dead. Dead men don't talk.
Fuck. You're right. Go on.
So, this is where normally I would, if we had an email, which we'll open for this, we can have questions open. If anyone has any questions for us, they can ask. Like if they want to ask questions, like for example, Matt, did you enjoy getting fucked by Reggie Fils-Aimé?
So like, do I talk here or? Am
Yeah,
I still
you
dead?
answer honestly.
Oh, honestly, no. No, I didn't. Died. Hello.
Well, you died while committing the 8th deadly sin.
That you and I both know. You and I.
You're
both
telling
know
me if Reggie Fils-Aimé's milk chocolate body was pushing you against the soil and pounding your boy butt until it broke, you wouldn't admit to enjoying it.
No, I wouldn't.
If he pushed that big red boy button of yours till it exploded white cream, okay, whatever. So.
I hate these visual images.
In the future, I'll have an email set up that people can send questions to, but for right now, we got nada. We got nothing. So
refrain from using those questions. Dan asks me them frequently enough.
Use those questions, please.
Don't.
Use whatever questions your heart desires. I'll pick
any
like
questions your heart desires.
I'll pick like 3. Anyhow.
You want to touch upon plans for the future?
That's actually what I was going to say. Is our plans.
Oh shit!
Now here comes plans for the future, and then we can plug what's coming up and what we're up to. So you go first, you little miscreant, you cutie. You've been through a hard time. You just got fucked.
It's true, and I'm dead. However, for those who are, I guess, popping in from the stream, it's just about the end of February.
Yeah.
You know the deal.
Yeah.
You know the deal. Dan will be there. It's movie night, having a good time. But what I'm really excited about is March. I do intend to do a lot of different things with the stream. Obviously, I'm going to the PAX at the end of the month, but we're going to be.
Bring me back a small PAX nugget.
I'll get you a pin or something.
Bring me back like a stool sample from everyone at PAX.
Okay, that is the worst thing you could ever ask for.
I'm gonna work on it all night in my home lab.
Thank you. But in an effort to improve my gamer status, I will be spending much more time playing Smash Ultimate and the previously mentioned Dragon Ball Fighters because I find that so visually engaging and a lot of fun, and it's pretty easy to start getting into and learning about in reference to, like, as opposed to some other fighting games, I believe. So I intend March to be a very busy month and a very varied, interesting month as a whole.
Reggie Fils-Aimé, leave Jiren to me.
That's Reggie Fils-Aimé. I only had to use 0.0002% of my power to handle you.
Okay, so now that you're done with your fucking bullshit, your stupid shit, it's time for our real man to speak up. Don't know if you've ever seen a real man in action before, but here we go.
Monk mode engage.
So, hello, gamers. I have plans to continue streaming Smash Bros. Lobbies at night, but during the day and probably at nights where I don't feel like playing Smash, I am going to be continuing Fish Game, which is always a great time for like the two people who stick around for it.
Is Fish Game the one where you're taking pictures of fish, by the way?
Yes, you fool.
Okay. It's a great time.
Damn good time. Anyhow,
it's a damn good time.
Along with that, I'm intending now to start more games. I don't exactly know what yet, but I'm going to be streaming more in the future. Hopefully, I'm going to be doing more of this in the coming future as well. And on that note, I'm also planning on I'm also planning on, what was it? Oh yeah, as soon as Mortal Kombat 11 releases, I'm going to be doing a lot of that, trying to get back into MK, because I used to actually be pretty damn good at Mortal Kombat 9. So that is kind of what I'm waiting for. But I think that's kind of it for me. Do you have any closing thoughts on this whole deal?
Closing thoughts.
Poo.
Is this in reference to? Okay, thank you.
Go on.
Right.
Can you continue?
Okay.
Go.
Overall.
Wait. Go on.
Okay. Overall, I'm actually very content.
You what?
With content.
You're content with what?
How this year's been going along so far.
Can you repeat yourself? Sorry.
I'm content with how this year's going along so far.
Cool.
I'm really excited to proceed with this. I think this trial run, I think we were rambling, but I don't think in a bad way. I think we'll iron it out, get all the good uns in.
Do you you said egg-sided, and it made me think about that gif of the guy putting the eggs into the girl's butthole. Do you remember that video?
I don't remember that gif, and I also didn't say egg-sided.
You did that. You most certainly did. I'll highlight it for you.
Okay, thank you.
So you said egg-sided. I
appreciate you. But yeah. I still really do enjoy streaming. If not for streaming, this podcast would not be. Dan would not be able to speak such vile nonsense to me.
One of these days, I'm gonna put a gun to your stomach. You say, "What are you doing?" I'm already gonna pump like 6 rounds into you.
I'm gonna FPS rush at your home.
Yeah, God, he's dead, dude. He's just dead.